Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth video lecture of Module 1 Calculus of Complex Functions and Construction of Analytic Functions. In this lecture, we will learn about harmonic functions and orthogonal property of complex functions. First, let us see the definition of harmonic functions. A function phi is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplace's equation del square phi equal to 0. Here this operator del square, this is called the Laplacian operator. Now this function phi can be a function of Cartesian coordinates xy, or it can be function of polar coordinates r and theta. Suppose the function phi is here a function of Cartesian coordinates x and y, then it is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplace equation dou square phi by dou x square plus dou square phi by dou y square equal to 0, or we can write phi xx plus phi yy equal to 0. Note this, del square is equal to dou square by dou x square plus dou square by dou y square. This operator is called Laplacian operator. Now if the function phi is function in polar coordinates r and theta, it is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplace equation dou square phi by dou r square plus 1 by r dou phi by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square phi by dou theta square is equal to 0, or we can write phi rr plus 1 by r phi r plus 1 by r square phi theta theta equal to 0. Now note this, if function f of z equals to u plus iv is analytic, then this u and v, the real and imaginary parts of f of z, these are called harmonic conjugates of each other. That is, u is the harmonic conjugate of v and v is the harmonic conjugate of u. Next, we shall prove that the real and imaginary parts of an analytic function satisfy Laplace equation. And by these definitions, we can say that the real and imaginary parts are harmonic functions. Okay, so first assume that f of z equal to u plus iv is analytic, where u and v are functions of Cartesian coordinates x and y. I will prove that u and v satisfy Laplace equation, or we will prove that u and v are harmonic functions. So first we'll prove this. If f of z equal to u of xy plus iv of xy is analytic, then prove that u and v are harmonic. That is, we need to show that u and v satisfy Laplace equation. Okay, then these u and v will be harmonic functions. That is, we need to show that uxx plus uyy equal to 0. If we prove this, then u will be harmonic. If we prove that vxx plus byy equal to 0, then v will be harmonic. So to prove this, first take the analytic function f of z equal to u plus iv. Since the function is given to be analytic, these u and v satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equations dou u by dou x equal to dou v by dou y, that is ux equal to vy, and dou v by dou x equal to minus dou u by dou y, that is vx equal to minus uy. Okay, call them as equations 1 and 2. Then in order to get uxx, okay, and uyy, here we differentiate the first equation with respect to x partially, and differentiate the second equation with respect to y partially. So if you look at the first equation, differentiate both sides with respect to x keeping y constant. So dou by dou x of dou u by dou x, left side will be dou by dou x of dou u by dou x, or you can write uxx. Right hand side will be dou by dou x of vy, that is dou by dou x of dou v by dou y, which is vxy. Similarly, the second equation differentiate with respect to y keeping x constant. So we'll get dou v by dou y of vx, or it is vyx, and right side minus dou by dou y of uy, that is uyy. Next, here ux6 is equal to vxy, and in general we have these two partial mixed derivatives are equal. Vxy equal to vyx. So we can write uxx equal to vxy equal to vyx equal to minus uyy, or we can say that uxx is equal to minus uyy. So that implies, take this to the left hand side, we get uxx plus uyy equal to 0. That means u satisfies Laplace equation and hence u is harmonic. Similarly, we can prove that v is harmonic. To prove that v is harmonic, that is, we need to prove that vxx plus vyy equal to 0. In order to get vxx and vyy, okay, from these two equations, we differentiate the first equation with respect to y now, so that we will get to vyy, and the second equation with respect to x. So first equation, differentiate with respect to y. So dou by dou y of ux, it is uyx, and right side will be dou by dou y of by, which is vyy. Similarly, second equation, differentiate with respect to x now, keeping y constant. So dou by dou x of vx, it is vxx. Right side, dou by dou x of minus dou by dou x of uy, that is minus uxy. Now here vxx is equal to minus uxy, but we have uyx is same as uxy, so we can write vxx equal to minus vyy, or we can write vxx plus vyy equal to 0. That is, v is harmonic. This proves that f of z equal to u plus iv is analytic, where u and v are functions of x and y, then u and v are harmonic functions. Similarly, we can prove if f of z equal to u of r theta plus iv of r theta is analytic, then u and v are harmonic. So let's see the proof of that. To prove this, we need to see here u and v are now functions of r and theta. So if f of z is given in the polar form, then, and f of z is analytic, then here we will prove that u and v are harmonic, and that is, u and v satisfy Laplace equation. If u and v satisfy Laplace equation, these two equations, then u and v will be harmonic. So we need to prove these two. That is, if u satisfies this Laplace equation, urr plus 1 by r ur plus 1 by r square u theta theta equal to 0, then u will be harmonic. And if v satisfies this equation, vrr plus 1 by r vr plus 1 by r square v theta theta equal to 0, then v will be harmonic. So to prove this, we take, so here suppose the function is analytic, it's given that function is analytic, so u and v satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equations in the polar form, and we have Cauchy-Riemann equations are dou u by dou r equal to 1 by r dou v by dou theta, and dou v by dou r equal to minus 1 by r dou u by dou theta, or cross multiplying r into dou u by dou r equal to dou v by dou theta, or you can write r u r equal to v theta. Similarly, r v r equal to minus u theta. Next, to get u r r, we differentiate this partially with respect to r, the first equation, and to get u theta theta, we differentiate the second equation with respect to theta partially. Then okay, we'll prove this, and first differentiate the equation 1 with respect to r, keeping theta constant. So left side we have to differentiate with respect to r, and here we can see that left hand side is product of two functions of r and ur. So use product rule and differentiate. So r, keep the first function constant, r into derivative of ur with respect to r, that is dou by dou r of ur is urr, plus now differentiate r, first function keeping second function constant, ur keep as it is, derivative of r with respect to r is 1, so we get ur only. Right side is dou by dou r of v theta, that is v r theta. Similarly, second equation, differentiate with respect to theta now, keeping r constant, so r keep it constant, r into dou by dou theta of vr, or r v theta r equals to minus right hand side dou by dou theta of u theta or u theta theta. Now from this equation, so note this, v r theta is same as v theta, these two derivatives are, partial derivatives are equal, so we can write r u r r plus u r equals to VR theta, which is equal to V theta R equals to 1 by R minus U theta theta. Okay, so we'll get this. So R U R R plus U R equal to minus 1 by R U theta theta. But we need this, right? So we need here U R R, the coefficient is 1 only. So we divide this equation throughout by R. Okay, and so we'll get U R R plus 1 by R U R equals to minus 1 by R square U theta theta. And then take the right hand side term to the left hand side. We'll get URR plus 1 by R UR plus 1 by R square U theta theta equal to 0. And that is U satisfies Laplace equation, and hence U is harmonic. Similarly, to get this second equation, that is to prove V is harmonic, we need VRR. So here we have VR. We need to differentiate the second equation with respect to R, and first equation with respect to theta now. So differentiate the first equation with respect to theta partially, that is keep R constant, differentiate with respect to theta now. So R into dou by dou theta of UR, which is R theta U theta, right hand side dou by dou theta of V theta, that is V theta theta. And second equation differentiate with respect to R keeping theta constant. So left hand side function of product of two functions of R. So use product rule and differentiate. R keep constant, derivative of VR with respect to R, that is R into dou by dou R of VR is R VRR plus keep VR constant, VR into derivative of R with respect to R 1 equal to right hand side minus dou by dou R of U theta, that is U R theta. Again from this second equation, note this R VR plus R VRR plus VR equals to minus U R theta is same as U theta. So what is the right hand side becomes equal to minus 1 by R V theta theta. Okay, then to get this, divide throughout by R, and we get this VRR plus 1 by R VR plus 1 by R square V theta theta equal to 0, and hence V is harmonic. This completes the proof that f of z is analytic. If f of z is analytic, where U and V are functions of polar coordinates R and theta, then U and V are harmonic functions. Okay, next we'll solve some problems based on these harmonic property of complex functions. So the first question, consider, okay, here show that U equals to sin x cos hy plus 2 cos x sin hy plus x square minus y square plus 4xy is harmonic, and also find the analytic function f of z equal to U plus iv. So here given analytic function f of z equal to U plus iv, U is given, the real part is given. Okay, we need to prove that this function U is harmonic. That is, we need to show that U satisfies the Laplace equation dou square U by dou x square plus dou square U by dou y square equal to 0, or it satisfies the Laplace equation Uxx plus Uyy equal to 0. So we need to first find the first order partial derivatives Ux and Uy, then we will find second order partial derivatives Uxx and Uyy, and show that Uxx plus Uyy equal to 0. So given U, find Ux and Uy partial derivatives with respect to x and y. So first differentiate with respect to x keeping y constant, or differentiate U partial with respect to x. What is the derivative? Dou U by dou x or Ux equal to, keep cos hy constant, derivative of sin x is cos x. Second term minus here 2 sin hy keep constant, derivative of cos x is minus sin x plus 2x, and derivative of minus y square is 0 with respect to x if we differentiate, plus 4y into derivative of x is 1. So this is the partial derivative Ux. Next find, okay, second partial derivative, second order partial derivative Uxx by differentiating Ux once again with respect to x partially. So differentiate keeping y constant. So cos hy keep as it is, cos x derivative is minus sin x. Second term 2 sin hy keep constant, and derivative of minus sin x is minus cos x, plus third term plus 2, okay, fourth term 0 it is. So this is Uxx, call it as 1. Next to find Uy, partial derivative Uy or dou U by dou y by differentiating with respect to y keeping x constant. So what is dou U by dou y? It is differentiate now with respect to y keeping x constant. Sin x keep as it is, derivative of cos hy is sin hy, and second term keep 2 cos x a constant, derivative of sin hy is cos hy, and then we have derivative of x square will be 0 with respect to y. If we differentiate keeping x constant, it will be 0. Next term minus 2y plus 4x. Okay, then find uyy by differentiating again with respect to y keeping x constant. So what is uyy? Keep sin x constant, derivative of sin hy is cos hy, plus 2 cos x keep constant, derivative of cos hy is sin hy, then minus 2y differentiate with respect to y, it is minus 2, plus 4x differentiating with respect to y keeping x constant, will get 0. So this is the derivative uyy. Now what is uxx plus uyy? If you add these two equations 1 and 2, what is uxx plus uyy? Minus sin x cos hy plus sin x cos hy cancel. So next minus 2 cos x sin hy plus 2 cos x sin hy cancels, plus 2 minus 2. So this is uxx plus uyy is equal to 0, and hence u is harmonic. Okay, next. So here we have proved that u is harmonic. Then we need to find the analytic function f of z equal to u plus ib. Then okay, to find this f of z equal to u plus ib, we are going to follow Milne-Thomson method, which I have explained in the previous lecture. Okay, so first we'll write the formula for f dash of z. Formula for f dash of z is ux plus ivx. Okay, then we have, since f of z is analytic, u and v satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equation, ux and ux equal to vy and vx equal to minus uy. So here given u, okay, in the previous slide we have seen that given u we found ux and uy, but there is no vx, so we replace vx by minus uy by CR equation. So f dash of z becomes f dash of z is equal to ux minus iuy. Okay, then substitute for ux and uy. Okay, we will get this f dash of z equal to, okay, substitute, and then Milne-Thomson method. By using Milne-Thomson method, we can get f dash of z. See here, this is function of x and y, right? F dash of z is now function of x and y. In order to get function of z, f dash of z as a function of z, we can use Milne-Thomson method, and we have to replace x by z and y by 0. Okay, so replace x by z, y by 0. So f dash of z will be cos z, cos 0. Cos 0 is 1, so it is cos z, first term is cos z, minus, so here we have sin hy, putting y equal to 0, this becomes 0. Okay, so second term is 0 plus 2z plus 0. So the real part is cos z plus 2z, and here imaginary part, here we have sin hy, this term contains, okay, here it is, first term is 0, then so minus I times 2 cos z minus 0 plus 4. So we get this f dash of z is cos z plus 2z minus I times 2 cos z plus 4z. To get f of z, we integrate with respect to z. F of z is integral of cos z is sin z, integral of 2z is 2 into z square by 2, that is z square, and third term, next I minus I constant, 2 into constant, 2 into integral of cos z is sin z plus 4 into z square by 2, that is 2z square, plus actually here the real part does not contain, given real part does not contain any constant, so the constant of integration is, okay, ci or minus ci. Okay, so here the real c is the real number. Next problem, verify that v is equal to e power x into x sin y plus y cos y is harmonic. Find u such that f of z equal to u plus iv is analytic. Also find f of z. So here there are three questions. So first question, given v, the imaginary part v of f of z, we need to show that v is harmonic. That is, we need to prove that v satisfies Laplace's equation dou square v by dou x square plus dou square v by dou y square equal to 0, or vxx plus vyy equal to 0. Okay, we need to prove this. To get this, first we will find Vx and Vy, then differentiating with respect to x and y partially, again we get Vx, Vyy, and adding we'll get 0. So what is Vx now? Differentiate with respect to x and y partially to get dou v by dou x and dou v by dou y. So first we will find dou v by dou x by differentiating v with respect to x, keeping y constant. So here we have e power x and x sin y plus y cos y, the product of two functions. So we use product rule and find dou v by dou x. So what is product rule? Dou v by dou x, differentiate v with respect to x, keeping y constant. So we get dou v by dou x equal to vx equal to, so e power x, first function e power x keep as it is, derivative of second function with respect to x, keep y constant, sin y keep as it is, derivative of x with respect to x is 1. So this is the first term, plus derivative of this with respect to x, keeping y constant, we get 0. So this is the first term in the using the product rule. Next term, keep x sin y plus y cos y, second function constant, derivative of first function e power x is e power x. So this is vx. Similarly, find this one vxx, that is differentiate vx partially with respect to again with respect to x, again keeping y constant, differentiate with respect to x. So what is vxx? It is first term e power x into sin y, differentiate with respect to x, sin y keep as it is, derivative of e power x is e power x only. Then we have this term, okay, e power x into x sin y plus y cos y. Yes, use this is product of two functions of x. This is the first function e power x, first function x sin y plus y cos y, second function. Use this, use the product rule and differentiate, we get these two terms. Or we can write vxx equals to, e power x is common in all these terms, e power x into sin y plus sin y, 2 sin y, then we have x sin y plus y cos y. So this is vx. Next we will find vy, that is dou v by dou y with partial derivative of v with respect to y, differentiate v with respect to y, keeping x constant. So keep e power x constant, derivative of x sin y, keep x constant, derivative of sin y is cos y. Then you have second term y into cos y, different this product of two functions of y. So keep one function constant, differentiate the other. So keep cos y constant, derivative of y with respect to y is 1. Then keep y constant, derivative of cos y is minus sin y. So this is vy. Then find vyy, differentiate vy with respect to y again, keeping x constant, differentiate with respect to y, e power x write as it is, derivative of x cos y, x into derivative of cos y is minus sin y. Then second term cos y derivative is minus sin y, and y sin y, use product rule and differentiate, we'll get this. Then here e power x, we can rewrite e power x into minus x sin y minus sin y minus 2 sin y minus y cos y. Now we can verify that here vxx plus v by y. What is vxx plus v by y? Add these two right hand sides, e power x. So here you have 2 sin y minus 2 sin y, this cancels, x sin y plus x sin y minus x sin y cancels, plus y cos y minus y cos y cancel. So what is the sum? It is equal to 0. So dou square e by or vxx plus vyy equal to 0. Hence v is harmonic. Okay, next question. Here we need to find u, the real part u, such that the function is analytic. Okay, so we are going to use Milne-Thomson method. So first we'll write f dash of z formula. What is f dash of z? F dash of z is ux plus ivx. Okay, but here we don't have ux. Okay, so we have only vx. So what is ux? We are going to use, because the function is analytic, we replace ux by vy, CR equation, by CR equation we have ux equal to vy. Okay, so in the next step, so first write f dash of z equal to ux plus ivx, then replace ux by vy. So we get f dash of z equal to vy plus ivx, substitute for vx and vy. Okay, and then to make this function of z, we are going to use Milne-Thomson method. Replace x by z, y by 0. F dash of z will be e power z into cos 0 plus cos 0 minus 0. plus I into this sin y, y0 means sin y0, here this becomes 0, y0, so this term becomes 0. So we get e power z into z plus 1. Okay, e power z into z plus 1. Next, use Bernoulli's rule of integration of parts and integrate with respect to z. So the first term is, so this is the first function z plus 1, second function is e power z. So first term is first function into integral of second function, that is z plus 1 into integral of e power z minus derivative of this z plus 1 with respect to z is 1 here, 1 into integral of e power z is e power z plus derivative of 1, that is 0, so we will get only these two terms, and plus constant of integration c, where c is the real number. Here the given imaginary part v does not contain any constant, so we have the constant of integration is c, where c is real number. Next we have the third part of the question. We need to find the real part of f of z equal to u plus iv, that is we need to find u. For that we take f of z equal to u plus iv in the left hand side, and right hand side we take z equal to x plus iy. So we get this f of z equal to z e power z plus c, take z equal to x plus iy in the right hand side. So x plus iy into e power x plus iy plus c. We have e power x plus iy can be written as e power x into e power iy, and by Euler's formula e power iy is cos y plus I sin y. So this becomes equal to e power x into x plus iy into cos y plus I sin y plus c. That is left side f of z is u plus iv, right hand side e power x into multiply this and write x cos y. Then we have iy into I sin y is I square y sin y, I square is minus 1, so minus y sin y. So we have e power x into x cos y minus y sin y, the real part here, plus c is real number, so we have this is the real part in the right hand side, plus imaginary part is, so if I multiply here I into y cos y plus x into I sin y, that is I into e power x into x sin y plus y cos y. Okay, so compare now the real and imaginary part on both sides. So the real part on the left side we have u, right hand side the real part is e power x into x cos y minus y sin y plus c. So this is the required real part u of f of z. Next problem, prove that u is equal to x square minus y square and v is equal to y by x square plus y square are harmonic functions but are not harmonic conjugates. So here first we need to prove this u and v are harmonic function, that is we need to prove that uxx plus uyy equal to 0 and vxx plus vyy equal to 0. So start with u, find ux and uy and uxx and uyy. So what is ux? So we have ux is dou u by dou x is 2x and dou u by dou y is minus 2y. Okay, then what is uxx? uxx is 2 and uyy is minus 2. Then what is uxx plus uyy? It is 2 minus 2, 0. So we have uxx plus uyy equal to 0, that is u is harmonic. Then to find to show that v is harmonic, we need to find vxx and vyy and prove that vxx plus vyy equal to 0. So find dou v by dou x and dou v by dou y by partially differentiating with respect to x and y. So first find dou v by dou x, so use quotient rule and differentiate with respect to x keeping y constant. So dou v by dou x or vx is equal to, so we have denominator square x square plus y square whole square, and numerator will be denominator x square plus y square into derivative of numerator, that is derivative of y with respect to x, that is 0. So we have 0, first term is 0, minus second term is in the numerator, second term is numerator y into derivative of denominator with respect to x, that is 2x. So y into 2x, so it is minus 2xy. So we have this is vx, and what is vy? Dou v by dou y, differentiate v with respect to y keeping x constant, use quotient rule again. So what is dou v by dou y? Dou v by dou y is denominator square x square plus y square whole square numerator we have x square plus y square into derivative of y, that is x square plus y square into 1 minus y into derivative of denominator, that is minus y into 2y minus 2y square. So we get x square minus y square divided by x square plus y square whole square. Then we will find vxx and vyy. So what is vxx? Use quotient rule for this. Okay, and find differentiate with respect to x keeping y constant. So vxx we have x square plus y square whole power 2, okay, to the power 2. So it is x square plus y square whole to the power 4, and numerator will be denominator x square plus y square whole power 2 into derivative of numerator minus 2xy with respect to y is, with respect to x is minus 2y. So minus second term will be minus numerator minus 2xy, that is plus 2xy into derivative of denominator 2 into x square plus y square into derivative of x square plus y square with respect to x is 2x. So we get this, or we can simplify this. Here numerator x square plus y square is common in these two terms, take outside the bracket. So we have x square plus y square into minus 2y into x square plus y square, then plus this is taken outside, x square plus y square is taken outside. So what is left? 2 into 2 into 2 into x into y into x, that is 8x square y. Okay, then here we have one of the factors cancel. So what is left? Denominator will be x square plus y square whole power 3 and numerator will be minus 2yx square plus 8x square y, that is 6x square y minus 2y cube. So we have vxx is 6x square y minus 2y cube divided by x square plus y square whole power 3. Okay, find vyy, that is differentiate vy with respect to y using quotient rule keeping x constant. So what is vyy? X square plus y square whole to the power 4 in the denominator. Numerator will be x square plus y square into x square plus y square whole power 2 into derivative of numerator with respect to y is minus 2y minus numerator x square plus x square minus y square into derivative of denominator with respect to y is 2 into x square plus y square into derivative of x square is x square plus y square with respect to y is 2y. Okay, again take x square plus y square common factor outside the numerator here. So x square plus y square into minus 2y into x square plus y square, this is taken outside. So minus 4y into x square minus y square. Okay, and this simplifies to 2y cube minus 6x square y divided by x square plus y square whole power 3. So what is vxx plus vyy? Add these two. So we have 6x square y minus 2y cube plus 2y cube minus x square y whole divided by x square plus y square whole power 3, that is equal to 0. Okay, so we have v is harmonic. Okay, so given u and v are harmonic, but we can note this, ux is, for the given u, ux is 2x, but vy is, here we have vy x square minus y square divided by x square plus y square whole power 2. So ux is not equal to vy. Okay, so function is f of z is equal to u plus iv is not analytic. Because if f of z equal to u plus iv is analytic, then by Cauchy-Riemann equations, that is u and v satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equations, we should have ux equal to vy. But we have here for given u and v, ux is not equal to vy. So function f of z equal to u plus iv is not analytic. So these u and v are not harmonic conjugates, because if a function is analytic, u plus iv is analytic, then u and v will be harmonic conjugates. But function is not analytic, u plus iv is not analytic, so u and v are not harmonic conjugates. This completes the solution of the problem. Next we will discuss about orthogonal property of complex functions. Now if f of z equal to u of xy plus iv of xy is analytic, then prove that the family of curves u of xy equal to c1 and v of xy equal to c2 are orthogonal trajectories. We know that two families are said to be orthogonal trajectories of each other if one member of first family, or if each member of first family cuts every member of other family at right angles. And we know that the two curves intersect each other orthogonally, or they intersect at right angles if the tangents at the point of intersection are right angles. And also dy by dx represents the slope of the tangent, and the condition for the perpendicularity of two lines is that the product of their slopes must be equal to 1. So take the first curve u of xy equal to c1, and let m1 be the slope of the tangent to the curve u of xy equal to c1. Okay, and let m2 be the slope of the tangent to the second curve, that is any curve from the second family of curves v of xy equal to c2. Then we know that from the first semester u of xy equal to c1, here y is function of x, so from the partial derivative formula for dy by dx we have dy by dx is, from this dy by dx is minus dou u by dou x divided by dou u by dou y. Okay, and similarly for the second curve dy by dx is minus dou v by dou x divided by dou v by dou y. Okay, so if we multiply them together, m1 into m2 is minus into minus plus ux into vx divided by ui into vy. We need to prove that m1 into m2, the product is equal to minus 1, though that the curves will be orthogonal trajectories. Okay, so now since the function f of z is analytic, we have u and v satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equations. So we have ux equal to vy and vx equal to minus uy, or we can write ux into vx equals to minus ui into vy. Now substitute this in the in this m1 and m2 equal to ux vx by uy vy. So numerator becomes minus uy vy, then divided by uy vy. It is equal to minus 1. So the product of slopes of the tangents is equal to minus 1. That is, the two curves u of xy equal to c1 and v of xy equal to c2 are orthogonal. Next, suppose f of z equal to u of r theta plus I v of r theta is analytic. Then we can prove that the family of curves u of r theta equal to c1 and v of r theta equal to c2 are orthogonal trajectories. Okay, we know that if r equals to f of theta, okay, if r is function of theta, then tan phi is equal to r by r1, where r1 is dr by d theta, and this phi is the angle between the radius vector and the tangent. Okay, so if we take the two curves u of r theta equal to c1, v of r theta equal to c2, okay, and let phi 1 and phi 2 be the angle between tangent and radius vector at the point of intersection of the curves. Okay, and the two curves u of r theta equal to c1 and v of r theta equal to c2 are orthogonal if at the point of intersection we have tan phi 1 into tan phi 2 equals to minus 1. So to prove that these two curves are orthogonal trajectories of each other, it's enough if we prove the product tan phi 1 into tan phi 2 is equal to minus 1. Okay, so what is tan phi 1? From this, what is tan phi 1? Tan phi 1 is r by r1, where r1 is dr by d theta, and for the first curve we have again from the partial derivative formula for dr by d theta. Okay, we have dr by d theta is minus u theta divided by ur. So substitute here for r1, so it becomes r by minus u theta by ur, or minus r ur by u theta. Similarly for the second curve we have the r1, tan phi 2 is r by r1. But what is r1? Now for the curve v of r theta equal to c1, second curve v of r theta equal to c1, r1 is dr by d theta equals to minus dou v by dou theta by dou v by dou r. that is V minus VR by V theta by VR. Substitute in place of R1. Tan phi 2 is R by minus V theta by VR or minus R VR by V theta. Then find the product tan phi 1 into tan phi 2. So what is tan phi 1 into tan phi 2? Multiply the right hand side, minus into minus plus R UR into R VR divided by U theta into V theta. Okay, so now we are going to use CR equations to prove that this right hand side equal to minus 1. Since function is analytic, U and V satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equations in polar form, that is R UR equal to V theta and R VR equal to minus U theta, or we can write R into UR into R into VR equals to minus U theta into V theta. Substitute this in the numerator of this. So we get tan phi 1 into tan phi 2 equal to this RUR RVR by U theta V theta becomes, substituting we get minus U theta V theta by U theta V theta, that is minus 1. Okay, so the product of this tan phi 1 and tan phi 2 is minus 1. That proves that U of R theta is equal to C1 and V of R theta equal to C2 are orthogonal trajectories of each other. So this completes the proof that if function is analytic, then U and U equal to C1 and V equal to C2, where C1 and C2 are constants. Okay, these two families represent orthogonal trajectories of each other. Thank you.